Hello and welcome back to the Heroes Rise Contender series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am going to be bringing you two matchups. The first of which is going to be Big Push Power versus 30k Violet. Right now we've got 9 people in our lobby. Once we get our 10th, we will be able to get started. Hope you're all having an excellent Friday. Hope you got through your work week just fine. You're excited for some excellent CCL action over the weekend. I certainly am. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good set tonight. We've got quite the set of teams here. If you put !bracket in the chat, which will show up probably about 30 seconds before I say this sentence, you'll be able to see everyone who's playing tonight. We've got a whole host of teams. Let's see what the matchups are going to be. On the top side of the bracket, Jazzaline is bringing you Wildheart Omega versus Not Fans. Goon is going to be casting Rook Gaming versus 7 Rings. Frosty Hots has got Can't Censorship versus Baby Diamond Hands, and I'm right here with Big Push Power versus 30k Violet. Alright, looks like our 10th just joined the lobby. Make sure we get them added here. Fantastic. Alright, we're going to start off on Alterac Pass, which I've been wailing about for weeks, but we had a pretty good series on Alterac Pass this week, so I'm not too down on it right now. If we take a look at the map bans, we've got Sky Temple, Infernal Shrines, Volskaya Foundry, and Battlefield of Eternity that have been removed. We are going to be starting off here on Alterac. The readies are out. Let's jump into the draft and see what we can see for our first set of the day. Come on now, Capture. There you go. There you go. See what the meta has stricken here for our two teams. Alterac Pass. Very Hogger-focused map, I would say. We saw that from 30k Violet earlier this week. Just Hogger being going and capturing the camp basically as quick as 2 people could. Solo. And coming up with full resources is pretty good. So I'm interested to see whether that's going to be a ban here, though it's pretty tough from the second ban position to fit in something like a Hogger ban because you've got just so much you need to control. So it wouldn't surprise me if Hogger gets through the ban phase and we see Epic Player pick that up in the first spot. We are going to start things off with a Junkrat ban coming out from 30k Violet. Junkrat very good at stalling out the objective over the wall, whichever side you're on. Can do it very safely and very frequently, so not too surprised to see that banned away. Big Push Power, I imagine some combination of Johanna, Rhaegar, Stukov are on their minds for bans. Going to start off with the Johanna here. Yeah, I mean, on this current patch, Johanna just does so much damage on top of, you know, Heaven's Fury. I don't think you can just let Johanna through ever. I don't think there's a way to draft into Johanna at this moment. Rhaegar going to be removed by 30k Violet, interestingly enough. Usually you don't see that from the first ban position, but it appears they have other plans in mind. How you doing tonight, Sparhawk? Doing pretty decent. Having some adult beverages tonight. Little rum and juice. Delicious. Big Push Power seeing the Rhaegar ban. Will they follow it up with the Stukov? They will. And that leaves... I'm guessing this is a Hogger first pick, but I'm interested to see what 30k Violet thinks. So we've seen a lot of Blaze on this map as well, just being a generally good hero. Sylvanas can be important. Dahaka. Okay. Going for the Dahaka over the Hogger here is 30k Violet, instead valuing the global presence. We'll see if Big Push Power picks up the Hogger here, or if they've got something else in mind. Brightwing, Falstad, other globals that are still available. See if they want to match that pick here, or if they want to leave that till later. They're going to go with that Brightwing Hogger. Severn has the Brightwing concept, going to be locking in the Hogger here for Big Push Power. When you think about Hogger, a lot of the times you think about Tychus, but we'll see. We'll see if 30k Violet is willing to commit to a Tychus in the early picks here. I feel like Tychus is good against both Dahaka and Hogger. So if 30k Violet doesn't pick it here, I wouldn't be too surprised to see it banned. They're going to go with the Anubarak Falstad. Gunner going for the Anubarak here, and Panda Colada will be playing the Falstad. Big push power looking across. Pretty good siege opportunity with Anubarak. Wonder if they're thinking about banning or picking Sylvanas to deny that, as that's a pretty powerful pair between Anub and Sylv. See what they don't want to deal with here. Get rid of Anduin, so they're going to try to choke out the healer pool for 30k Violet here. There's still some options. Malfurion is up, Deckard is up. They could do something like a Tyrande if they want to get real funky with it. Uther can be an option, as Diablo is taken away here. Yeah, I can see that. Diablo Tychus would be a pretty devastating rotation for big push power on this setup. So having that denial does make sense. Will we see a Tychus pickup here from big push power? Would empower their Hogger a little bit. It would cause some strife for Anubarak and Dahaka. It is a little bit short range into this setup. I'm going to go with the Raynor instead here. TTO is going to grab the Muradin. Solid tank overall. Fragastellar on the Raynor. We don't get to see an awful lot of Raynor these days. But Raynor with the Extermination on level 1 can take that back camp very, very quickly. A little bit of help just to tank it. Come out on high health. Raynor can definitely fit the bill here on Alterac Pass. 30k Violet. It is going to be the Deckard here for Zadie. So that will be the choice as the lock-in. And Albatox is going for Greymane to get some of that camp pressure for 30k Violet. So last pick flex for big push power. Sylvanas up and available. We usually see her most every single game. But lots of options available. They could go double auto attack with something like a Hanzo. You could see a Li Ming come out. See what big push power wants to respond with here for Ken again. It's going to be a Maiev. Get a little bit of extra wave clear, a little bit of extra engage to go alongside this Muradin. Try to possibly stress out this cleanseless Deckard support on the side of 30k Violet. Alrighty. Making sure everyone's happy with their picks. Looks like they are. Fantastic. Bring it on back to me for a moment as we load into game number 1. Big push power versus 30k Violet. Big push power, no strangers here. HRCS were all over the qualifiers for phase number 1. 30k Violet, of course, has been a constant name here in competitive Heroes of the Storm since their formation. All over Storm, all over HRCS, so it's good to see them continuing to bring the noise here in the Nexus. One more load bar and we'll be right into game number 1. So close, so close. It's one bar, it's like that much. What's the thing? You can report inappropriate behavior at the end of a match by right-clicking on a player on the score screen. Did you know that? And it will definitely go to a real person who will read your request and sympathize with you. That's the promise. That's the promise of the system. Let's get into the game and see how we do for game number 1 here on Alterac Pass. On the left in the blue, we have Big Push Power. TTO is on Muradin, Fragastellar on the Raynor. Ken again spinning around on that. Is that Maiev? Yeah, Maiev. Concept is on Hogger, and we've got Severn on the Brightwing. On the right in the red, we have 30k Violet. Panda Colada playing the Falstad. Zadie is on the Deckard. Albatox playing Greymane. Gunner on the Anubarak. And we have Epic Player on that Dahaka. Let's do it. Game number 1 is underway. We do have the Dwarf block coming on out for Muradin. It is Bonds of Justice, going to be the choice for Maiev as an early quest stack. Brightwing still considering options there on level 1. Hawk going for the movement speed quest on level 1 as Gunner gets hit with the Umbral Bind. Epic Player going to get knocked back there by Fragastellar as Gunner going in. Looking for Ken again, and wow, Maev exploded there. Very nice engage by 30k Violet. Get an early first blood. Falstad only 2 stacks on that Hammering quest so far. We'll see how many Panda Colada can get versus Fragastellar here in this little solo lane matchup. Falstad will probably have some trouble with that, as Rainer's extra range and Falstad's tiny health pool can definitely be a problem. Fragastellar going to be a little bit of a lane bully in this matchup. See Greymane and Deckard going ahead and starting this up here for 30k Violet, while Hogger just bounces back and forth and finishes it extremely quickly. Good job, Concept. Good job indeed. Fragastellar in some trouble as Epic Player actually using the global to come on up. But Severn comes through with the save onto Rainer. Very nicely done. Global's almost picking up a kill there. Oh, TTO actually jumping in. We'll get out of there just fine. Rainer remains alive. This has given Albatox the opportunity to step up here and clear these fairly safely before the rest of the crew of Big Push Power shows up. Tahaka will continue to soak the top lane. Falstad replacing Tahaka down there in the bottom lane. Gunner in a little bit of trouble here, but good zoning by Zadie. Denies the follow-up. Severn actually caught there. He is going to go down to the charge of Greymane. Ken again is able to warp on out. Gunner with a great stun. And we get one more auto. Albatox with the splash kill. It's a double for 30k Violet. And they are continuing to control this space and keep that kill pressure high. Severn doesn't have a blink heal, but no cooldowns available here for Gunner, so Severn able to walk back to safety. Prison camps are starting to come up now. We have a pretty significant XP lead for 30k Violet. Mostly on the back of these hero kills, but they're also ahead in minion soak, leading to our first objective phase. And there it is. We'll likely see the camps taken here, and 30k Violet try to get their level 7s before the next engage. Oh, Brightwing actually going down. That was in the bottom lane. Gunner and Panda Colada with the gank there. Very nice pickup. That's a 4th kill here for 30k Violet. Level 7s are in for the side of 30k. Not going for the objective just yet. They're going to just work on clearing this mid. It is going to give time for Big Push Power to grab their level 7s, though it's not exactly a long window of time that you ever get a level 7 advantage, so not too crazy there. Gunner, thinking about a cap here with these beetles, is going to go ahead and start it. TTO, going to be stunned, and that's going to be a quick channel here for 30k Violet. That's a little technique that you can use with a Nubarak, especially if you start off with this beetle build. Get a couple extra beetles out there, tank those minions, and you can solo cap here on Alterac Pass. TTO looking for Epic Player there, but the Scoot Dinosaur gets in the bush and sails away. Falstad staying in the off lane here, trying to stop Hogger from rotating up. Doing so successfully for the meantime, so 30k Violet really in a commanding position here. They're controlling the micro, they're controlling the macro. Big Push Power is gonna need to be patient in setting up and trying to get incremental advantages going into the mid and late game. Severn continuing to try to deal with Panda Colada down in the bottom lane, but the camps are up once again. Teams have to stop having fun and go do that. Gunner was thinking about another quick cap there, but Big Push Power felt it coming. Gunner forced a burrow charge out. Panda Colada taking down majority of the wall here. Severn not really able to threaten Panda Colada at all. Is TTO going to jump in there looking for Albatox? Finds the stun. Again, trying to find a couple of resets. Nice triple pull there with the Umbral Bind and the Echo movement. But 30k Violet does find their level 10s. So big push power. And have to be careful about their next engage if they do go for it. 10s online for 30k Violet are Isolation, Cocoon, Cursed Bullet, Stay a While and Listen, and Mighty Gust. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. He's going to go into the backline. Severn with a nice self-cleanse, but there's the Cursed Bullet going to land. Silence as well. Cocoon comes out onto Raynor as Brightwing is taken down. 10s are online here for the side of Big Push Powers. TTO with the Haymaker is actually going to reposition Zadie there, but Raynor with nowhere to go is going to get popped. Ken again. Getting over the wall there. Cheeky little angle there. This looks like it's going to be... Oh, wow. The ult not quite making it there. Ken again was looking for a containment disc delay, but did not get it. And 30k Violet are going to grab our first objective of the game here at the 6.5 minute mark. Red Riders will head down the lanes. Oh, Falstad could be in a spot of trouble here. Nice stun. Panic Colada with the barrel roll shield. Epic player coming on in with the save, and this could be a turnaround onto Concept. Knocks back. Can Hogger stay alive here? Yes, Severn is going to survive. Great peel coming on out there from Big Push Power. That was looking like a possible kill right before this objective push. Falstad flying up to the top lane. Gonna have a little 2v2 action up there as well as Ken again pops the containment disc. Down below 30 health here. He's actually gonna double back and start to Hearth just to make sure there's no chase. TTO on the flank. Trying to help out Fragastellar. Panic Colada, that was a weird one. That looked like a Haymaker that was interrupted by a Mighty Gust. Albatrox kind of went part of the way, but not all the way. Very strange. Bottom fort does get taken down by that push. We see Gunner able to move away from the Umbral Bind of Ken again. As this push is mostly dealt with, Concept just finishing it up down here. And 30k Violet getting a decent bit of power out of this first objective, and they just find their level 13 talents. So they will have the opportunity to grab a fight anytime in the next minute or so. Next 30 seconds or so, if they so choose. But the back camps are up, so that's not an option. They just have to cover lanes and take camps. Ripperoo. Severn able to get away from the lightning rod up there as Gunner was looking for a quick gank up in the top lane. Maiev going in looking for Panic Colada. Containment disc not going to connect. Gunner trying to control this space, going in there, and wow, Brightwing, no chance, warping right into a death. Maiev is put into the cocoon. Gunner trying to get those cooldowns up, but not available right away. TTO is going to eat a Cursed Bullet, as 30k Violet is just pushing with a minion wave straight into this fort. 13s have come online here. It's TTO going in looking for Albatrox. Fort does fall. Albatrox looking to turn it around onto TTO. Raynor actually going down in the mid there to Dahaka and Falstad. Big stay a while there from Zadie. It's TTO trying to make it out of there. Nice containment disc. Ken again has the movement. Looking for an Umbral Bind as Albatrox committing hard to this. Severn comes in with the save as TTO is able to escape. Concept wants a shockwave, but a nice wiggle from 30k Violet. Zadie and Albatrox look to keep on retreating. Very nicely done. Still no kills on the side of Big Push Power. 30k Violet has denied them any opportunity. Been close a couple times, but the saves and positioning have been strong. You know what to do. Camp's coming up here in just a moment. See Albatrox not even bothering heading into lane, just going to wait here for a couple more seconds. Get that started. While Falstad headed up to the top lane here, just trying to keep some parity in the lane pressure. And our next objective is up and underway. As soon as we finish these camps. As soon as we finish these camps, we'll be up and underway. Camps are taken. Waves are cleared. And Big Push Power is looking for a sneaky boss up here. Oh, sorry, 30k Violet is looking for a sneaky boss up here in the top lane. TTO and crew are looking for the bottom boss. They feel it coming. They're going to respond in kind down here in the bottom lane. Top boss is going to be moving on to the keep of Big Push Power, whereas this bottom boss is going to be moving on to just a fort. Well defended fort at that. Looks like 30k Violet, they're not stopping. They're just going to keep on pushing and seeing if they can pick up a keep with their level 16 advantage. Boss is taken. Members of Big Push Power are starting to back to try to defend here, but this boss is full health and it's going to be marching right on to this keep. Ken again looking for the backline as TTO is trying to zone out Albatox. Containment Disc not going to connect there as TTO forcing Gunner into the back. Big Gust though coming in from Panda Colada repositions the fight once again. Stay a while and listen from Zadie, allowing 30k Violet to start to back up here. Boss at half, keep at half. They probably have the clear to save their own keep here. Yeah, they do. Fragastellar able to get that going. Bottom boss has mostly smoten itself upon this building. The minion wave will be able to help take that down as well. As the rest of 30k Violet, still with their level 16 advantage, are going to start this camp capture. Left side Bruiser going to be started up here by Big Push Power. They do have some time here, still 25 seconds on the timer for this camp. Gunner just staying here to make sure that any channel goes through mostly unhindered, but Deckard and Greymane have started to back up. Panda Colada on the edge, just looking for a dismount. Gunner will be moving back to safety. Decent bit of channel time there, only 14 seconds left on that left side camp. As 30k Violet will start to congregate in this lower objective area. Panda Colada does have the Gust if necessary. They're trying to give room for Albatox to get this mid lane moving in their direction. Top lane here, Epic Player is actually looking to take this whole keep. Falstad stopped there by the Containment Disc. Nice pickup. Not going to be able to barrel roll right away as that little silence comes out. Nice polymorph and Falstad is taken down. Great pickup there from Big Push Power. Although they are going to lose their top keep. It's Epic Player using that global to 30k's advantage. Gunner able to avoid the Stormbolt there in the mid lane. So it looks like this is going to be Big Push Power picking up an objective. But 30k Violet, they don't even care. They're just going for the kill under this keep, and they're going to go for a second structure in the face of this objective. Starting to bail here. Zadie's going to be caught by the Containment Disc, but there's not a lot of follow-up in the area here for Big Push Power. Silence comes on out as Gunner has the peel. Nice polymorph is going to put Stay a While and Listen on a 10-second cooldown. Can Deckard escape here? Trying to put out the route to kite away, but TTO and Kennigan are on the chase. Stay a While once again interrupted, and Deckard Kane is going to go down, but they're turning it around. Gunner is going the other way, trying to allow room to retreat. Epic Player is able to warp back to safety, as now Big Push Power has their riders pushing on out, but they're only down to one keep remaining. See if they can make something happen here in the top lane. Panda Colada just trying to step up and clear this lane if possible. Nice Containment Disc once again there from Ken again. See if they can get this kill onto Falstad. Silence Polymorph comes on out, but no Umbral Bind, and Panda Colada will get away. Top does go down here. Hogger in some trouble. Down in the bottom lane is taken down. Severn able to get Fragastellar nice and healthy. They're looking for the counter kill. Onto Greymane. Albatox not going to be able to get on out of there. Greymane goes down, and it's still towards the advantage of Big Push Power here. They're probably going to be able to pick up this bottom fort. Mid fort goes down as well. The keeps are definitely still in the favor of 30k Violet, but Big Push Power is starting to move back. Containment Disc comes on out, is going to get the silence onto Dahaka. Mighty Gust, though, level 20 Augment is going to save Dahaka. Objective is clear, so the teams will move back and get their camps started. Still very much to the advantage of 30k Violet here. They've got the constant catapult pressure in the top and mid lanes. Bosses coming up very, very soon, so that's going to be a point of contention for both teams. Big Push Power, though, is down their 20s. So if they're going to have to make a play, they're going to have to make it down some power. Push power going to clean up the mid. Falstad just pushing out the top lane so there's access to that boss. Tahaka doing the same thing down here on the bottom side, digging into the back here, looking for something. Fragastellar is going to get hit with that cocoon. This could be big trouble here for Raynor. Containment Disc is going to stop a Nubarak. Stay a while and listen. Not going to connect there onto Raynor, but it doesn't matter. Raynor is caught in the middle of nowhere and will go down. Severn hit with the double stun. Big root coming on out from Deckard as well, and Brightwing, no chance to blink away, is going to fall. Panda Colada warps away there from Ken again as Maiev is going to go down. Epic player on the chase here. Has that movement speed to catch up the concept. See if Hogger has a spin. Not going to be enough. A fourth kill for 30k Violet. That's a quad for Albatox. And this could be just a win right here. They're going to go through the sidewall. Are they even going to stop at this keep? They are going to go for it here. It does make the core laughably weak to have no keeps remaining. Falstad in the top lane pushing that in. TTO the only one left for another 15 seconds here, and this is looking like a walk-in victory for 30k Violet. Core down to half. Very nicely played there. 14 kills to 4 in our first game of the day. 30k Violet are going to go up 1-0 in this series. GG. Nicely done. 30k Violet looking good out there. Ken again on the Maiev, top hero, top siege, and top soak as well. On that Maiev, looking pretty good out there. Some pretty good umbral binds, good movement, great containment disc towards the end of the game. They were whiffing a little bit early, but definitely allowed big push power to turn around some of those skirmishes. But in the end, 30k Violet, Albatox on the Greymane. 8 killing blows and over 42,000 hero damage there. Ton of siege as well. Very, very nicely done there from 30k Violet. Bring up the talents as we update the scoreboard and get ready for our next match. Alrighty. Take a look here. It was the Exterminator. Taking a look, seeing if there's anything too crazy out there. The Haymaker was an interesting choice. Murden looking to reposition probably Deckard for the most part. Getting Greymane in the back is sometimes a good idea and sometimes not. They're all cool plays. Cool plays indeed. I do like Haymaker just as a flavor tool. I think it's a little bit... I think it catches a little too much flack. But at the same time, Avatar is a really good ability. Pretty much all the time, Avatar is a really good ability. Alright, looks like we are going to be going to Shire as our next map, as chosen by 30k Violet. Good stuff, good stuff. Head on over to that map select screen, just to let you know that 30k Violet is up 1-0. Lobby's starting to fill up here as I need some water. Delicious, fantastic, delicious water. Alrighty. Got 9. Get started here as soon as we've got our 10th player. Shire, often a first map pick in a series, coming in second this time. Global's going to be just as important here. 30k Violet showing that they have no issue at all running multiple globals in a strong composition like that. So we'll have to see if Big Push Power changes up their draft at all to try to limit that option. Yeah, I think the healer control. Big Push Power definitely invested a lot in healer control in that first draft. I'm not sure they'll do the same for this next one. I want to see if they do though, because they got the Brightwing versus the Deckard. Deckard usually we end up seeing as more of a everything else is gone type of healer. So we'll see if Big Push Power wants to force that again, but Anubarak was looking really good out there. Dahaka was looking just as good. And obviously Albatox on the Greymane is a menace. Absolute menace. Alright. 1 minute has been asked for. We should be starting soon. Let's see what's going on in the brackets so far. Looks like Wildheart Omega up 1-0 over Not Fans right now. Seven Rings up 1-0 over Rook Gaming, and Can't Censorship up 1-0 over Baby Diamond Hands in our other series. As a reminder, those are going on at twitch.tv/Jazzaline/GoonGGWP and Frosty_Hots. So if you want to check out all the simultaneous action, make sure you get those tabs open. We're just making sure everything's all good for these players. Get into our next one. Everything's okay. Just checking Discord to make sure there's nothing I need to know. Fantastic, fantastico. Cats tonight. Oh, cats. Terrible. Sometimes the cats like to hang out back there. Okay. We'll see if one comes by later. Just while we have a moment. Yeah, I mean, Dragonshire, you've got a little bit more flexibility in what you can pick. Like, you can go Greymane, you don't necessarily have to. Like, I feel like for 30k Violet, going anything less than Greymane in that flex spot means that it takes a while to do that back camp. That's so important. You can get away with stuff like Li Ming, you can get away with stuff like, you know, Hanzo on Dragonshire, because you still have to do camps, but you don't have to do them with excessive speed all the time. So we might see something a little bit different in the DPS position there. But, I mean, Falstad and Dahaka is still just as powerful, so if Big Push Power doesn't deny those, it wouldn't surprise me if 30k Violet just goes right back to those two. Meanwhile, on the other side, I imagine we're not going to see Raynor again, but we still might. Maiev is one that tends to crop up here on Dragonshire just for that wave clear and that extra engage potential. And Hogger's just great in the top end. So if the teams did run it back, once again, I think it would fit the map just fine, but I'd be interested to see a different flair from either team this next draft. Not sure exactly what the holdup is, but hopefully it's not too much longer. Just open up Frosty's channel here for a moment. See what's going on in that series. Draft isn't currently not happening, Slexia. Not quite sure what the holdup is, but 1 minute was asked for, and then they said, guess more than 1 minute. So I'm just waiting for them to be all ready to go. Hopefully it's not too much longer. This tournament has been pretty zippity-doo in the past, so I'm not expecting giant delays for no reason. Yeah, looks like Frosty's game is just starting now. Baby Diamond Hands versus Can't Censorship. Ask them if everything's alright. Strangely long delay. Hmm. Yeah, not seeing anything just yet. What are we gonna do? Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just hang out. There's not much else that I can do. Just hang out till our player's back. All right, we got it ready. We did it. I'll let them know that I'm ready to go. Hopefully we're all back in the lobby. And we can start our game number 2. Okay. Readies have been responded to with readies. Once this flips over, we'll get into our draft. We did it! Da, 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 da. Game number 2 draft on Shire is now underway. It will be Big Push Power who are first to act here. Now that the ban positions are swapped, we'll see what the priority is going to be, whether Junkrat is still high on the list, whether they want to remove something else. They are going to take out that Dahaka, so Epic player forced to grab something else. Johanna removed by 30k Violet. Will they do the Rhaegar Stukov trade? Big Push Power break the coup d'etat and ban something different. We shall see. I have seen teams just straight up ban Stukov when it's could be a split between Stukov and Rhaegar. Just depends on what they tend to value. Because Big Push Power, definitely identifying the globals as a source of power for 30k Violet, are just going to remove that. And 30k Violet's going to remove the Rhaegar. They'd rather just give away the Stukov than take the Stukov for themselves and give the Rhaegar pick. But will Big Push Power take it? Will they go for that Stukov first pick, or will they grab something like the Hogger again? Both pretty good. A lot of good picks still available. They're actually going to grab the Junkrat. Fragasteller is going to pick that up, as it was banned away last game. So our first Junkrat of the day. Is this just Hogger Stukov? Stukov Lunara. Right, Zadie Locket in the Stukov here for 30k Violet. Panda Colada opting for the Lunara instead of grabbing the offlane first. Big Push Power. See what they want to favor here. If they want to grab up their own healer before the next ban phase. If they have something else in mind. They're going to grab that Brightwing again, and TTO is going to bring the Diablo before it gets mid-banned once again. 30k Violet looking at Junkrat, Diablo, Brightwing right now. Maybe a Maiev ban? It's possible. I mean, Kennigan literally just played it. I'm not sure if they're worried enough about it to have the ban. They're just going to ban away Hogger, so not interested in taking it themselves. Interesting. So Dahaka and Hogger off the board. If I'm Big Push Power right now, I'm considering a Blaze ban. Epic player has been prolific on the Blaze, and with those two other options off the board, I feel like that's probably what Epic player is going to go with. See what Big Push Power thinks here into the Stukov Lunara. I get rid of Tychus, going to make TTO's life a little bit easier with the minigun off the board. Gunner going to snap in that Anubarak once again, and Albatok's going right back to the Greymane, giving Epic player the reactive last pick. Super siege heavy here for 30k Violet between Stukov, Greymane, Anubarak, and Lunara. They're going to be shredding through buildings extremely quickly. I expect to see them possibly focus on zerging down the top lane in the early game. Big Push Power. Let's see how they're going to round out this comp. Concept is going for the Leoric, and Kennigan is actually going to grab a Medivh here. Interesting. Epic is going to do a last pick Vikings. All right. So no Blaze. They're going to go with they're going to empower the siege. They're going to put the Vikings on Soak Patrol, and they're going to let this siege quad just go nuts on Dragonshire here. I think this is a pretty cool pickup for 30k Violet. Medivh can do a lot of things in terms of positioning around fights and getting saves and all that stuff, but not particularly good at defending buildings. Junkrat, on the other hand, is particularly good at defending buildings, so Big Push Power does have that going for them. We'll see if it's going to be enough here. Alrighty. Loading on up. Let's jump on in. Here we go. Game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have Big Push Power. TTO is on the Diablo, Concept playing Leoric, Severn on the Brightwing, Fragastellar on the Junkrat, and we have Kennigan on that Medivh. On the right in the red, it is 30k Violet, Zadie on the Stukov, Albatox playing Greymane, Panda Colada on the Lunara, Gunner on the Anubarak, and it is Epic Player on the Vikings.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fight well.
Here we go.
Heroes.
Game number 2 on Dragonshire is underway. We've got 2 Vikings headed towards the top side, 1 to the middle, as the mid-siege shall commence. Lunara with that Wisp is going to be able to patrol the mid very effectively. So we'll see what the mid-clear situation looks like. Concept chased away a little bit there as Leoric trying to get in range to swipe this lane. Zadie fishing on the edge, not going to find TTO there. As the mid-clear is looking fairly even on both sides. Anubarak is going to be flipped into the wall. Nice silence zone there from Zadie to help with that peel. Medivh going to get TTO on out of there, as the bottom lane siege will be cleared. 30k actually heading back to the mid here, trying to keep up the wave pressure. See if they want to start in the mid. We are at the 1 minute mark, so siege camp is important. 30k going straight over to that, as the Vikings are going to be battling up here in the top lane. Concept, gotta watch out as Eric is just pumping that damage in from the left. Gonna be very, very tough for Leoric versus these Vikings. Siege camp picked up here by 30k Violet, as they move on back to get their bruiser camp going right away.
Capture the shrines.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of the gameplay. 30k Violet with this composition. I mean, they can fight, but it's not... I wouldn't say it's their strength. Their strength against this comp from Big Push Power is just going to be sieging. Clearing the waves and getting onto structures. And I think they're going to be taking every possible opportunity to get that done. TTO controlling the bottom side altar here for Big Push Power. Kennigan has the portal. Going to be silenced, but is still able to click on that structure. And there they go. Gunner and crew are moving up to the top lane. Concept has the Unstoppable. Nice stun there, as the extra stun comes on out, but the damage not going to be following up. This is that top lane focus I was expecting here from 30k Violet in the area, just to see what they can do. But a big, big rotation from Big Push Power. Very nicely responded to, and now 30k is going to have to choose somewhere else to start to siege in. Nara stepping up there as Eric goes down in the mid. Right wing controlling the top shrine here for Big Push Power, so it's not going to be a quick one. Fragastellar has the escape. Right wing coming on through to top off Junkrat. Looking for Concept in the mid. Goes on up towards the top lane here as Kennigan takes flight to keep an eye on 30k Violet. Big Push Power doing a really good job here. It's tough to deal with this siege Viking strat, but so far they're doing a really nice job of controlling this space. Gunner taking some hits is going to have to use the E to escape. Medivh handling the mid now as 30k Violet is controlling both top and bottom points. See what the siege is going to look like. Greymane in the mid. Looks like we're going to have a Viking channel the dragon, and that is going to be Olaf entering the dragon and getting some siege done in the mid lane for 30k Violet. Medivh just stepping up and getting some free Q stacks here in the mid, trying to reach that 40 mark to get the constant cooldown reduction. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, 30k Violet carefully sieging into Junkrat here. They've got to be a little bit careful as they're still working on taking down this gate. But the siege will continue. Diablo finding a quick stun there before trying to move back to safety. Fragastellar getting low as TTO able to flip and reposition. This bottom wall goes down. 30k Violet. Now 4v4 down here in the bottom lane as the dragon is about to expire in the mid. Big save from Brightwing, but the portal is now put in, and oh, Medivh is actually taken down. Very nice snipe there. I think Medivh was up to close to 30 stacks on that level 1. Reset by 30k Violet. Leoric trying to do a little bit of double soak, clearing the mid. His Epic player is continuing to harass with those Vikings. 30k Violet once again just trying to get as much siege in as possible, whether by camp or by crew. Left side siege going to be picked up in response by Big Push Power as they try to defend their bottom fort. Olaf going down there in the off lane. Gunner going to be stunned into the wall there. TTO with a very nice pickup, but Ken again is able to get through the portal back to safety. Those expanding silent zones are going to be pretty brutal coming in from Zadie. Big Push Power does manage to escape, but 10s are in for 30k Violet. We've got the play again. Cocoon, Cursed Bullet, Flailing Swipes, and Leaping Strike. It's TTO looking for a stun there. Not quite in range for Albatox to get hit. Nice protect bubble, though. He's going to keep Diablo's health high. And Big Push Power does achieve level 10s of their own. Concept with that Entomb is looking for a big flank. Panda Colada is going to get pinned on the wall there. Nice polymorph, and Lunara goes down. Very, very nicely done. You see Olaf going down on the side as well. His Big Push Power really turning it around with that level 10 snap. Getting their first kill of the game. Big Push Power. Thinking about a camp steal here. Lunara still down for a couple more seconds. It's Medivh setting up on the point. Fragastellar and TTO in the area. Albatox not even going to bother. Looks like 30k Violet just wants to give this up. No point in really stepping up on that. Shrines are active once again here. Gonna have a brief control as Vikings do take back that top point, and Bruisers will be pushing the top lane once again here for 30k Violet. See what the split is going to look like right now. Diablo on the way down. Panda Colada, gotta watch out, is going to be rooted there, but nice peels from Gunner going right into the back line. Ooh, nice Cocoon is going to cancel the teleport, but Brightwing is broken right out of there. Zadie is going to have to swipe away to survive inside that Entomb, and will do so effectively. Couple of ults traded out there, but everyone walks away clean. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Albatox and Epic Player with this Bruiser camp are just going to shred away at this top structure. Possible engagement down here. Panicolada on the edge is going to get some harassment done. Before getting rooted, TTO wants to walk up and get that flip, but not quite going to get it. 8-bot combo comes on out. Panicolada is going to get stunned. Can they get enough damage out? They can. Lunara popped once again. The very aggressive move in from TTO. Looking for more. Is going to get stunned. Oh, they get through the portal regardless. Albatox put a little damage onto Severn. Curse Bullet did not connect there. 30k Violet do have their 13s, but this is an even fight down here. Almost even. One of them's an Olaf. As TTO is going to look for the quick stun onto the Viking in the corner, but Albatrox is going to be wailing away there onto the Lord of Terror. There's Cocoon coming out onto Medivh. They're looking for TTO. Dragonstellar trying to break out Medivh. The silence, the Protect Bubble comes through just in time. Leyline Seal not going to connect there as only Epic Player is caught inside the Entomb. It's going to be another Dragon capture coming on through for the Vikings and 30k Violet. What a back and forth there. Great control of ults from both sides. Making sure once again everyone's staying alive. Dragon Knight just going to get some fire breaths to try to deal with that mid structure. Coming on down to try to secure the bottom fort next.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Should go down without too much trouble here. Leoric cleaning up the top lane pressure. Excuse me. Cleaning up the top lane pressure from Epic players. The Dragon Knight going to get a quick kick onto Ken again, who's up to 23 stacks on that quest once again here. Little chip damage onto the bottom keep wall as Big Push Power threatened to engage right on past here. Medivh Portal comes on out. Diablo moves into the back line. 8-bot combo. Lands onto Zadie. Stukov going to be stunned out. Gets the swipes. And will live. Cocoon is going to be busted there. Ken again is out again. Once again. Large engage, but no deaths. As opposed to maybe for this Eric. Eric is going to swiftly try to move away. Epic player always so swift and so fast. Nice job, Eric. You're safe, buddy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's got to feel bad if you're Big Push Power. Not getting any kills on that engage and then thinking, you know, at least we can get an Eric. Nope, Eric too swift. Eric just too swift, especially with level 4 talent. Olaf, not quite as swift, is going to go down there in the bottom lane. Concept able to get behind the wall. Curse Bullet didn't look like it connected. Maybe it did. The 16s are in for 30k Violet. They're going to get a little push here in the top lane. It's TTO. I was thinking about it there, but no follow-up in range. Epic player just kiting the strap around. That's awesome. Nubrak finds the quick stun onto Fragastellar. The concussion mine is going to reposition. Can they catch up to get this kill? Silence comes on out. Severn with the blink heal. And it looks like Junkrat has moved back to safety. Leyline Seal comes out, is going to catch one, so 30k Violet's going to have to stay around. Cocoon is going to control Diablo for now. The stun silence is here. Nice protect bubble, keeping TTO healthy. Only 4 kills so far in this game. The reactionary ults and the Medivh control have been exceptional, as there's been no shortage of brawling,
Control
but
both
definitely a
shrines.
shortage in killing blows.
Dragon Knight's power is yours.
Vikings getting the cap on the top side here, as the rest of 30k on their Bruiser. Bottom Bruiser is going to be claimed by Big Push Power. Let's see where the next engagement is going to be. I imagine it'll be down here in the bottom lane as 30k Violet want to claim yet another dragon. Gunnar going to get comboed onto here. Stun onto a Nubarak, is able to burrow to safety. TTO is going to eat a cursed bullet, but staying fairly healthy as Medivh going in. Maybe not quite on purpose there. Comes right back out again. Olaf thinking about coming on down for a stun. Leoric in the area as well, just in case a fight breaks out. Leoric is going to start to remain in the area. Looking for an Entomb on the back line as TTO goes in. Gunnar moves back to safety. Entomb is going to whiff there. Concept takes a cursed bullet as the Leyline Seal comes out. Zadie is going to get caught in the back. No damage in rage. Oh, they're looking to portal forward onto Albatrox. Epic player is trying to split their attention. Diablo put into the cocoon, and Concept is going to be turned onto. Leoric goes down as first blood in this engage. Big stun out onto Diablo. Can Medivh get the portal out? TTO, nowhere to go, is going to fall. Severn was equally in trouble there as Epic player is going to try to catch up with the last couple of hits here onto Eric the Swift. Medivh taken out once again, but was done with that baseline quest. One more auto. Severn staying healthy there as Eric not quite high enough damage to chase down the Fairy Dragon. Vikings in the background looking for another Dragon Knight capture. Olaf gonna start the channel. It's 30k Violet already onto the bottom keep here. TTO finds the root onto Gunner, and oh no, TTO is low, very low on souls. Diablo is gonna go down, and that's gonna be a full death. Albatox, rolls over the concussion mine and survives. Fragastellar wants that last hit, but will not get it. With Diablo down, this looks like it's going to be bottom keep and possibly more here for 30k Violet. Fragastellar going to get hit with the double stun. Can they catch up for the damage? Fragastellar is low and Junkrat is down. That's a huge pick here for 30k Violet. Can Gunner get out of there? There's the cocoon, and Tomb comes out as well. Albatox needs to stay alive here. Moves back to the mid keep. Gunner is going to get engaged onto via Medivh portal, trying to find a spot to stay alive, but the Dragon Knight is on the core. Albatox is on the core. That's going to be Eric going down. Severn low in the back with the self-cleanse, but the core is falling fast. Albatox is locked in, and that's going to be 30k Violet advancing here in the Heroes Rise Contender Series. GG. Great control from start to finish there. 30k Violet are your victors here in round number 1. They will be moving on. Good fight there from Big Push Power, but the Medivh composition not able to overcome the Vikings there from Epic Player. Quick look at the talents as we update the scoreboard and see what the state of our feed-in series is at the moment. Oh, look at that. Baby Diamond Hands currently 1-1 versus Can't Censor Ship. Cool beans. So, we're going to have to be waiting on that series. Alrighty. Well done, 30k Violet. They're going to be advancing. They're waiting for the winner of Baby Diamond Hands versus Can't Censor Ship right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break on this channel. I'm going to put up the game that we are waiting for. But if you want to go right over to Frosty_Hots, you can watch live over there, or you can hang out here. And we'll be waiting for that series to conclude. Winner will be facing 30k Violet right here on this channel after that game concludes. So we're going